Namaste Gurukulians. But I hope you all are fit and fine at your home. But today we are going to discuss a new topic, uniform circular motion. But the basic concept of this motion we have studied in class 9th. That whenever the object is moving in circular path with constant speed, then the object is said to be in uniform circular motion. Now beta, today we are going to do it in detail. And the quantities which we have done for the motion in 1D, the same kind of quantities we will study here. But there is a little bit change in the name of that quantities. So beta, first of all, uniform circular motion, that is motion of object in circular path with constant speed. So beta, now I am making a circular path. It is center O and it is the radius. Clear? So beta, at any time let the object is at point A. After some time it will be at point B, then at point C, then at point D. Beta, look carefully at this diagram. I am saying that with constant speed, it means at every point of the motion, the speed is constant and it is V. But beta, if you look at point A, B, C and D, the direction of motion is changing. So here the value of speed is constant, I am agree, but there is a change in the direction and speed plus direction is equal to velocity. So due to change in the direction of motion, velocity is there, clear, and there is a change in the velocity, and basically change in the velocity means some acceleration is there. That's why this uniform circular motion is also known as accelerated motion. So I'm writing here at every point speed is constant, but the direction of motion is changing. Therefore, there is a change in velocity, and change in velocity means acceleration is there, so it is an accelerated motion. Okay beta, now in motion in 1D we have studied about displacement, speed, velocity and acceleration, etc. But in the uniform circular motion we will do the same, but here the quantities which we are going to study, these are angular displacement, angular velocity, angular acceleration. Clear? So beta, first quantity we have angular displacement, and it is denoted as angle theta or delta theta. Okay beta, suppose at any time t the object is at point A, and after time delta t, so t plus delta t, here the object is at point B. So beta, from point A to B, how much angle is covered by this radius vector? It is delta theta. Clear? And this angle traced by the radius vector is known as angular displacement in a given interval of time delta t. If beta A to B, this linear arc has the distance delta s, then with the help of sector formula I can write delta theta is equal to delta s upon r. Clear? So beta, angular displacement, angle traced by radius vector in circular path in a given time. So beta from here delta theta is equal to delta s upon r. Beta delta s and r both are the lengths. So delta theta, that is angular displacement, it is a dimensionless quantity, but beta it has units. If we talk about its unit, it is radian. But in the previous classes आप लोगों ने जो एंगल की यूनिट है वो डिग्री सुनी है, बट हेयर आई एम रिप्रेजेंटिंग इट बाय रेडियन. सो बेटा देयर इज अ रिलेशन बिटवीन डिग्रीज एंड रेडियन. व्हाट इज इट? बेटा पाई रेडियन इज इक्वल टू 180 डिग्री. सो 1 रेडियन it is equal to 180 over pi degree. So from here you can convert radian into degree or degree into radian. Clear? Okay beta, second quantity we are going to study, it is angular velocity. Angular velocity omega. It is represented by omega, Greek letter. Clear? Okay beta, velocity you know very well that the rate of change of displacement. In the same way angular velocity, it is defined as rate of change of angular displacement. So rate of change of angular displacement. Clear? So beta omega we can write delta theta upon delta t. If in a interval of delta t the angle traced is delta theta, then omega we can write delta theta upon delta t. Beta it is for a given interval of time, so I am writing here omega average. Clear? If we talk about omega instantaneous, it will be equal to d theta upon dt. Clear? Okay beta, now we will talk about its unit. Beta ऊपर एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट, नीचे है टाइम, रेडियन पर सेकेंड. Radian per second. Okay, now on the basis of omega and d theta, I am writing a numerical. If theta is equal to t square plus t plus 1 radian, then calculate omega at t equal to 2 second. So beta इस क्वेश्चन में हमें ओमेगा, दैट इज एंगुलर वेलोसिटी, we have to calculate at time 2 second. It means we are talking about instantaneous angular velocity. So beta omega instantaneous is equal to d theta upon dt. So beta by doing the derivative of theta with respect to t, we can calculate the omega instantaneous. So t square derivative 2t, t derivative 1, 1 derivative 0. So beta 2t plus 1. And at time t equal to 2 second, 2 into 2 plus 1, that is 5 radian per second, we have the answer. Clear? Okay beta, now next we have time period, that is capital T. But a time period means the time taken by the object to complete one cycle. Time taken to complete one cycle, and it is represented by capital T. Next we have frequency. Beta it is frequency. Clear? Okay, it is represented by nu. ठीक है? beta frequency means number of cycles per second. Clear? So beta now nu is equal to 1 over t. How? बेटा नंबर ऑफ साइकिल पर सेकेंड, तो बेटा एक साइकिल कितने टाइम में उसने कवर किया है? कैपिटल टी टाइम में, क्योंकि कैपिटल टी क्या होता है? टाइम पीरियड होता है, टाइम टेकन टू कंप्लीट वन साइकिल। सो बेटा जब वो एक साइकिल कंप्लीट करेगा तो टाइम कितना होगा? कैपिटल टी। तो दिस इज अ रिलेशन बिटवीन फ्रीक्वेंसी एंड टाइम पीरियड। क्लियर? ओके बेटा, नाउ we have relation between nu and omega. Beta omega we know very well that it is equal to theta upon t, yani angular velocity is equal to the angular displacement divided by time t. So beta when the object will complete one full cycle in this way, then the angle traced will be equal to 360 degree, that is 2 pi radian. Clear? So in place of theta I can write 2 pi, and beta time taken to complete one cycle, it is equal to capital T. So in place of small t I can write capital T when object completes one cycle. So beta from here omega equal to 2 pi over t. So omega can be written as 2 pi over t and 1 over t is equal to nu. So 2 pi nu. Clear? So it was a relation between nu and omega. Beta in the maximum times in the numericals, nu will be given to you like 20 revolutions per second, 30 revolutions per second. With the help of nu, you can calculate the value of omega, that is angular velocity. Clear? Okay beta, now next we have relation between linear and angular velocity. So beta this time I have to calculate the relation between the linear and angular velocity, that is among v and omega. Clear? Okay beta, this is a circular path having radius r. From point A to B, the radius vector has covered the angle delta theta in time delta t. It is time t and here time is t plus delta t, and this arc is of length delta s. Clear? Okay beta, delta theta is equal to delta s upon r we have done earlier. So beta differentiate it with respect to time t to t. So beta delta t, delta theta over delta t is equal to 1 over r delta s over delta t. Clear? Okay beta, take the limit delta t approaches to 0. तो इसका मीनिंग क्या है? मैं टाइम इंटरवल को बिल्कुल स्मॉल करने वाला हूं, देन डेल्टा थीटा अपॉन डेल्टा टी विल गेट कन्वर्ट इनटू डी थीटा अपॉन डी टी. टेक लिमिट delta t approaches to 0. So beta it will become like this, is equal to 1 over r limit delta t approaches to 0 delta s upon delta t. Beta delta theta upon delta t when limit approaches to limit delta t approaches to 0, it will become d theta over dt. and it is equal to 1 over r ds upon dt. Clear? Beta d theta upon dt, it is omega 1 over r as it is, and beta ds upon dt लीनियर डिस्प्लेसमेंट के कारण के चेंज में आने के कारण कौन सी वेलोसिटी आएगी? लीनियर. सो v, सो बेटा फ्रॉम हियर v इक्वल टू r ओमेगा. क्लियर? एंड इट इज अ रिलेशन बिटवीन लीनियर वेलोसिटी एंड एंगुलर वेलोसिटी. ठीक है? तो बेटा सिंपल सा हिसाब है, जब एंगल चेंज होगा तो ओमेगा चेंज होगा, जब ये लीनियर डिस्प्लेसमेंट चेंज होगी या लीनियर डिस्टेंस चेंज होगा, then there will be a change in the linear velocity. Now beta, up to now we have studied about angular displacement, velocity, frequency and time. The last physical quantity is angular acceleration. Beta acceleration क्या होता है? Rate of change of velocity. In the same way, angular acceleration is defined as rate of change of angular velocity. So beta, angular acceleration, and beta it is represented by letter alpha. Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. Angular acceleration is defined as rate of change of angular velocity. Clear? So I can write alpha average as delta omega over delta t, and alpha instantaneous I can write d omega over dt. Clear? Okay beta, if you talk about the unit of alpha, बेटा ऊपर एंगुलर वेलोसिटी है, नीचे टाइम है, तो एंगुलर वेलोसिटी की जो यूनिट्स होती है वो क्या है? रेडियन पर सेकंड, नीचे भी सेकंड है, तो क्या बन जाएगी? रेडियन पर सेकंड स्क्वायर. क्लियर? बेटा यहां पर हमने रिलेशन है दी है बिटवीन लीनियर एंड एंगुलर वेलोसिटी. नाउ वी विल एस्टेब्लिश अ रिलेशन बिटवीन एंगुलर एक्सेलरेशन एंड लीनियर एक्सेलरेशन. सो रिलेशन बिटवीन लीनियर एंड angular acceleration. Beta we know very well that v equal to r omega. Clear? So beta differentiate it with respect to time t to t. It will become dv upon dt. बेटा r क्या है यहाँ पर? कांस्टेंट है, क्योंकि रेडियस है, तो रेडियस की वैल्यू क्या रहेगी? हमेशा कांस्टेंट रहेगी. तो r एज इट इज d ओमेगा ओवर dt. Clear? बेटा dv upon dt, rate of change of linear velocity, it will give acceleration. So in place of dv upon dt I am writing a. r as it is, बेटा d omega over dt, d omega over dt it is alpha, that is angular acceleration. So in place of d omega over dt I am writing alpha. So beta this is the relation between acceleration and linear acceleration and angular acceleration. Clear? But these are the physical quantities, and these same quantities we have done in motion in 1D. But यहाँ पर चेंज क्या है? हमने डिस्प्लेसमेंट के आगे एंगुलर लगा दिया, तो इट विल बिकम एंगुलर डिस्प्लेसमेंट, एंगुलर वेलोसिटी, एंगुलर एक्सेलरेशन. क्लियर? और जो डेफिनेशन है वो उसी तरीके से हमने डिजाइन की है जैसे हमने मोशन इन 1D में किया था. Okay beta, now we have centripetal acceleration. Beta one of the most important topic of this chapter, and today we will derive the expression for it, and we will understand what is the importance of centripetal acceleration when the object is in uniform circular motion. Beta centripetal acceleration, it is the acceleration of an object which is undergoing in uniform circular motion. It means whenever the object is in uniform circular motion, then centripetal acceleration comes. Then we can say that due to change in the direction of motion of the object, this acceleration comes. क्लियर? ओके बेटा, सेंट्रीपिटल एक्सेलरेशन, simply we can write acceleration of an object undergoing in uniform circular motion. Okay beta, in uniform circular motion the object has constant speed. Clear? Okay beta, now expression for centripetal acceleration. Suppose this is a circular track having radius r and center O. Let at any time t the object is at point A. After time delta t the object is at point B. Okay beta, now OA and OB, in magnitude it is radius, but beta if I talk about in vector term, the position vector for point A and B will be different. So beta, when the object is at point A, let the position vector is r1, and when the object is at point B, then the position vector is r2. And in the uniform circular motion the object has constant speed. So consider an object moving with constant speed and angular velocity omega in a circular path of radius small r. Clear? So beta, OA is the position vector of the object at point A. So OA I can write r1 and OB I can write it as r2 vector. But beta, in magnitude these are the radius. Clear? So we can write r1 modulus equal to r2 modulus, it is r. Okay beta, now the object is moving with constant speed. Okay beta, it means at point A and B the magnitude of velocity is same, that is speed is same, but if I talk about the vectors, here the velocity and at point B the velocity both are different. Suppose at point A the velocity is VA, at point B the velocity is VB. Clear? So beta, this vector I am representing AP and this vector I am representing BQ. So beta, here AP vector is representing the velocity VA, BQ vector is representing the velocity VB. Clear? So beta, here we can write the object is moving with constant speed, therefore VA modulus equal to VB modulus. Suppose it is V. So beta, we can write AP vector is equal to, modulus of AP vector is equal to modulus of BQ vector. BQ vector. Clear? Okay beta, initially the object was at point A, after time delta t the object is at point B, and in time delta t the object has covered angle delta theta. Clear? So beta, one more thing, initially the velocity is VA and at point B velocity is VB. VA changes into VB after covering the angle delta theta. Simply we can say it. बेटा यदि आप यहाँ पर ध्यान से देखो, जो पोजीशन वेक्टर r1 है, it changes into r2 after covering the angle of delta theta. In the same way, velocity Va changes to Vb after covering the angle delta theta. Clear? So beta, here Va changes to Vb after covering the angle delta theta. So beta, look carefully, I am making another diagram for representing Va and Vb. So beta, let this is point A. At time t, the velocity is Va. It is vector A, P. Beta, after covering the angle delta theta, the velocity becomes Vb. And it is vector A, B. Simply I can write. Okay, beta, this arrow, a line, will represent change in velocity. Let it is delta V. So beta, from this diagram, can I write that delta theta is equal to delta V divided by either Vb or Va modulus. Vb or Va modulus. Okay beta, look now. Beta, delta theta is equal to delta V upon either Vb or Va. But a modulus of Vb or Va is equal to modulus of V. Suppose it is small v. So I can write delta theta equal to delta V upon V. Beta, delta theta is equal to omega delta t. So omega delta t is equal to delta V upon V. But from here we can write V omega is equal to delta V upon delta t. So now we have change in velocity with respect to time. So we will calculate it at instantaneous time. So what we have to do? We have to take the limit delta t approaches to 0. So beta, in next step, delta V upon delta t, limit delta t approaches to 0 is equal to V omega. So beta, it will become dV upon dt is equal to V omega. Beta, dV upon dt, it is the rate of change of velocity with respect to time. So beta, it is known as centripetal acceleration AC equal to V omega. But in the previous topic, we have derived an expression for V and omega, V equal to R omega. So beta, when I will put V as R omega, it will become R omega square. So beta, first expression for AC is V omega, second R omega square, third if I put omega as V upon R, क्योंकि बेटा we have derived a relation between V and omega. So from here omega can be written as V upon R. So AC will become V square upon R. Clear? So these three are the formulas of centripetal acceleration. Clear? Okay beta. This is the expression of centripetal acceleration. Now I will tell the direction of centripetal acceleration, in which direction it acts. Clear? But simply AC is rate of change of velocity. So the direction in which the rate of velocity will be there, it is the direction of centripetal acceleration. So now again look at this diagram. But if delta t approaches to 0, यदि टाइम इंटरवल डेल्टा टी को बिल्कुल मैं कम कर दूं, नील कर दूं, देन व्हाट हैपन्स, डेल्टा थीटा विल बिकम नील. सो बेटा VA एंड VB कम्स लाइक दिस इन अ स्ट्रेट लाइन. सो बेटा इट विल बिकम डेल्टा V इन दिस वे, VA और VB if delta t approaches to 0. So beta, delta V is the rate of change in the velocity and it is perpendicular to VA or VB. Clear? So beta, it is the direction of VA. Delta V is the perpendicular to VA. So beta along this direction, it is 90 degree. Along this direction, the centripetal acceleration will act towards the center and along radius vector. Again, come at point B. Beta here the velocity is VB. बड़ा VB के परपेंडिकुलर डेल्टा V है, तो जहां डेल्टा V की डायरेक्शन होगी वही सेंट्रीपिटल एक्सेलरेशन की डायरेक्शन होगी. तो बेटा परपेंडिकुलर टू VB एरो इन दिस वे. सो बेटा अलोंग रेडियस वेक्टर एंड टुवर्ड्स सेंटर द डायरेक्शन ऑफ सेंट्रीपिटल एक्सेलरेशन इज देयर. क्लियर? सो इफ आई टॉक अबाउट द डायरेक्शन, along radius vector and towards center. Clear? Okay beta. At the end I am saying that if the object has constant speed at every point A, B, C, D, E, but due to change in the direction of motion there is a change in the velocity due to which centripetal acceleration comes. Beta, this was the case of the uniform circular motion. If I say that the object has variable speed, so beta, what will happen? With direction, the magnitude of velocity, that is speed, is also changing. So beta, due to change in linear speed, tangential acceleration comes, and due to change in direction, centripetal acceleration comes. So in this way we can say that when the object has variable speed, then two type of accelerations will be there. First, tangential acceleration due to change in linear speed. Second, due to change in the direction of motion, centripetal acceleration comes, and net acceleration will be combination of both. Vector we have studied, so with the help of vector we can drive it. So beta look, second, if object is moving with variable speed, so beta here two acceleration, first tangential, it is due to change in value of linear speed. So beta, if I talk about the direction of tangential acceleration, it is along a tangent, or we can say tangentially. Clear? Suppose this is a circular track. So at point A, it is the acceleration tangential, that is AT. Second beta, centripetal. I have discussed in the previous topic, it is due to change in डायरेक्शन. ओके बेटा, सेंट्रीपिटल एक्सेलरेशन की डायरेक्शन कहाँ होती है? टुवर्ड द सेंटर, अलोंग द रेडियस वेक्टर. सो दिस इज द AC. बेटा AT की वैल्यू क्या होती है यहाँ पर? R अल्फा, और AC की वैल्यू V स्क्वायर अपॉन R. सो बेटा नेट एक्सेलरेशन इज अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ बोथ. So beta, with the help of parallelogram law of vector addition, you can calculate it. It will come like this. So beta, it is a final a net acceleration. So beta, A is equal to AT plus AC. Clear? Okay beta, now But it is all about your concept regarding centripetal accelerations. Now I will do two numericals based on uniform circular motion. But first I am giving two examples. First, R end of the clock, and second, earth rotation about its axis. So I am asking from you that which one has more angular velocity. Clear? R hand of clock and earth rotation about its own axis. But if you look at the R end, after 12 hours it will come again at 12. Clear? And if you talk about earth rotation, after 24 hours earth completes one revolution about its own axis. Clear? So when both will complete one cycle, then the angle covered will be equal to 2 pi. Okay? So first, which one has more angular velocity? First, R hand of clock. Second, earth's rotation about its own axis. Clear? Beta, angular velocity is equal to omega, that is theta upon t. Clear? If you look at R end of clock, suppose initially it is at 12. So beta, after 12 hours again it will be at this position. So the time taken is 12 hour and angle covered 2 pi. So beta, omega 1 I am representing angular velocity for R end of clock. So it will be 2 pi over 12. It means pi over 6 radian per second. But if you look at the earth rotation, earth complete one cycle about its own axis, that is angle 2 pi it will cover, but in 24 hours. So beta, 24, it will become pi over 12 radian per second. So beta, which one is greater, pi by 6 or pi by 12? Pi by 6. So beta, omega 1 is greater than omega 2. ठीक है? सो बेटा, इस प्रकार के क्वेश्चन आपसे कई बार पूछ ले जाते हैं. वन मोर थिंग, मैनी टाइम्स द क्वेश्चंस गिवन on the basis of nu, that is frequency. Sometimes what happens, in the question it is given that it is covering 7 revolutions in 100 seconds. So beta, first of all in this type of examples you have to calculate angular velocity omega. ओमेगा की रिलेशन न्यू के साथ क्या होती है, ओमेगा इज इक्वल टू 2 पाई न्यू. क्लियर? सो बेटा, सेम काइंड ऑफ एग्जांपल आई एम डूइंग हियर. An insect is moving on a circular path of radius 12 centimeter and completes 7 revolutions in 100 seconds. So beta, what you have to calculate first? Angular velocity. Second, linear velocity. Third, centripetal acceleration. So beta, look carefully. Radius r is given. So write down r equal to 12 centimeter. But a centimeter is CGS unit. So first of all you will convert it into SI unit. So it will become 0.12 meter. But a 7 revolutions in 100 seconds. So beta, in 1 second 7 by 100 revolutions. Clear? So it is a frequency, number of revolutions in 1 second. So here frequency is equal to 7/100. Clear? Now beta angular velocity. Beta angular velocity is omega, and we know the relation between omega and nu. So 2 pi into nu, that is 2 into 22 upon 7 into nu. Beta nu की value 7/100. So it will become 44 upon 100 radian per second. Now beta linear velocity v. Beta we know the relation between the linear velocity and angular velocity. So beta v equal to r omega. So here r value 0.12, omega value 44 over 100. So beta from here you can calculate the value of linear velocity. Okay beta, third last सेंट्रीपिटल एक्सेलरेशन. बेटा सेंट्रीपिटल एक्सेलरेशन के हमारे पास 3 फॉर्मूलाज होते हैं, आर ओमेगा स्क्वायर, वी ओमेगा, वी स्क्वायर अपॉन आर. तो एनी ऑफ द फॉर्मूलाज यू कैन अप्लाई हियर. इफ आई राइट ए सी इक्वल टू वी स्क्वायर अपॉन आर और आर ओमेगा स्क्वायर, तो वी स्क्वायर अपॉन आर में यहाँ से वी निकलेगा, पहले आर हमें गिवन है, तो बाय पुटिंग वैल्यूज यू कैन कैलकुलेट द वैल्यू ऑफ ए सी. क्लियर? So beta, it was all about your concept regarding the uniform circular motion. So with it, I am finishing this lecture. Beta, only one video is left here in this chapter, that is on the basis of relative velocity and subtraction of vectors. Beta, relative velocity and subtraction of vectors, very important topics of motion in a plane. बेटा रिलेटिव वेलोसिटी का मीनिंग क्या है कि वेलोसिटी ऑफ वन ऑब्जेक्ट विद रिस्पेक्ट टू अदर ऑब्जेक्ट. एंड बेटा सब्ट्रैक्शन ऑफ वेक्टर, अप टू नाउ यू हैव डन द एडिशन ऑफ वेक्टर्स विद द हेल्प ऑफ टू रूल्स, ट्रायंगल लॉ ऑफ वेक्टर एडिशन एंड पैरेललोग्राम लॉ ऑफ वेक्टर एडिशन. नाउ इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो वी विल लर्न हाउ टू सब्ट्रैक्ट द वेक्टर्स and how to calculate the relative velocity of one object with respect to other. Clear? So beta, have a nice day and thank you.